Hi friends, welcome back. So today we are making something that I've been wanting to make for a long time. We are going to be making what is called a Kokedama, which if you don't know what that is, a Kokedama roughly translates in Japanese to moss ball. So what they are is you get a plant, and I'm going to be using an orchid today. You get a plant and you basically just wrap its roots up in some moss, and then you use twine to wrap around the ball of moss, and then you can hang it or you can display it on a shelf. And it's a really interesting way of displaying plants. I've actually made one already with my friend Kristen. Her and I made a couple the other day, but I didn't want to record it because I just wanted to kind of have some fun hanging out with her. But I made one for Joyce for her birthday and she really liked it and it turned out really well. So I figured now that I have a little bit of experience with it, I would make this video of me making one for myself so I can show you guys how I do it. So let's get started. So I have some pre-soaked sphagnum moss. I just got this off Amazon. It came in this small compact cube, and then I just took it out of the package and put it in some water. You will need some kind of twine or fishing line. I just got this from Walmart. It's clear. You can also use a brown or a black color. Some people prefer that because it blends in a little better, but this is what I found, so I think it'll work fine. You will obviously need a plant, and this is just an orchid that I found at Lowe's. You'll need some scissors to cut the twine. You'll need some type of potting mix, and I'm just using this orchid mix since I'm going to be planting an orchid in this. And then I highly recommend that you keep a towel or something nearby in case you make a mess. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with is taking our moss. And what Kristen and I learned was that you need more moss than what you would think. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a nice even layer of moss. I'm going to kind of pat it down together so that it'll stick together a little easier. I haven't done this by myself yet. When Kristen and I did it, one of us would hold the moss together while the other one tied the string around. So if you struggle with that, it might be helpful to have another person. I'm not sure how this is going to go with just me trying to do it, but we're going to see. So I think this is enough moss. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of orchid bark in the middle. And I'm going to take the plant out of here. It's not looking very healthy. I think that it got a little too dry while it was in the store. So I'm hoping that maybe putting it in this moss ball will help it grow back some roots, because I got the same type of orchid for Joyce for the Kokedama I made her, and the roots looked about the same. There's no black roots, so that's a good sign, but I'm going to take off any roots that just look like they're too unhealthy to come back. And then I'm just going to place it right here in the middle. Now I think this is going to be the really tricky part. I'm going to sit that down. I'm going to get my string ready so that once I get it in a ball, I can very quickly wrap it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take it and wrap each side of the moss around the root ball, trying not to bury the plant itself. You want to make sure the moss doesn't go up past the base too much, because then you can risk the base of the plant rotting. So you just want it to go right up to the base of the plant. So it's kind of in a ball now. So I'm just going to hurry up and grab my twine. And I'm gonna wrap it around once, kind of right around the center. I'm just gonna double knot it so it doesn't come untied. And now I'm getting some extra twine ready, and I'm just gonna start wrapping it. And there's really no specific method to wrapping it. You just want to kind of cover as much area as possible. So now is the tricky part. I'm going to try to pick it up so I can wrap the bottom of it. Maybe I'll wrap it a few more times around here. Also make sure when you're wrapping it that you again don't wrap too tightly around the base of the plant, because you don't want to kind of choke out the plant or anything. So I'm just going to carefully pick it up. And I'm tilting it to the side a little so I can get around. And I'm just kind of not really going in any particular method. I'm just wrapping everything as much as possible. The nice thing about this is that you can kind of change the shape of the ball as you tie the string. Okay, now that I have it wrapped as much as I want it to be, I'm going to cut the string, leaving a little bit of room to find a spot to tie it off at. And I'm just going to go in under one of the spots that I wrapped it at, and just double knot it again just to be sure. And then I'll cut off the extra string. Now I'm just going to kind of flatten, not flatten, but round out the ball a little more. And this is what it looks like. I think this is really cute. And the last step I'm going to take is tying some more string to hang it from. I have about this much. And I'm just going to take one end of it and wrap it around here. And do the exact same thing. Just making sure it's nice and tight and secured. I'm gonna cut off that extra string on both sides. And voila. Now this one is hanging kind of sideways, as you can see. You can also tie it in a way to keep it upright if that's how you prefer it. You might just have to put like an extra piece of string like right here and bring it up, and that'll hold it up. But I kind of like how this looks because it looks very natural to me. And so let's go find a place to hang this. Okay guys, so this is so cute. I decided to hang it. Ooh. Okay, so this is how it looks from this side. I think it's super cute. I'm really excited to see how this grows. I hope it does well. As far as care for these guys go, you just want to wet the moss once it's almost completely dry. You don't want to let it dry out fully because there's not very much soil in there to hold moisture, and so you want the plant to have a pretty constant supply to moisture, but you also don't want to risk rotting it, so it is important to let it dry out a little bit. So with this, what I'll probably have to do is once a week just go and soak it in some water and then let it drip dry and hang it back up. Alright, I really hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make kokedamas with me. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm really excited to see how this does and to make more of them in the future. I'll definitely be making more of these as gifts for my other plant-loving friends and family. So I hope you guys can do the same, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!